All right, so picture this for a second. You're a band, brand new, just starting out, ready to, kind of unleash your sound on the world.
Yeah.
And you decide, let's call our debut album, our debut studio album, Live at the Witch Trials.
Bold move.
Bold move, right. Well, that's the fall for you from the get-go.
And it wasn't just a name, right? It was like a statement, I think. This was a band, and they thrived on doing things their own way, on contradiction.
Yeah, no, that's putting it lightly because, Live at the Witch Trials, even though the name screams live and raw, it was a studio album.
It was.
Recorded in a single day, by the way.
Yeah.
Because Marky Smith, the band's mastermind, he had the flu.
Yeah. Adds a whole other layer to chaotic energy, doesn't it?
It does.
A little bit of context for that rawness.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You can hear that urgency in every single track.
Oh, absolutely. And that was deliberate, too.
Right.
This is them, capturing that raw energy, that live sound. It goes back to their punk rock roots.
Right. Like you're crammed in some, dimly lit, Manchester club. The walls are sweating. The music's practically pinning you to the back wall.
And that's what they wanted.
You really get that sense from the album.
That's what they wanted.
Oh.
They wanted to bottle that and unleash it.
And speaking of chaos, this is also where, I guess, the Fall's infamous revolving door of members starts spinning.
Yeah, yeah. Even as they were defining their sound, they were already having lineup changes. It's kind of remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Founding members on their way out, which anybody who knows this band, that became a recurring theme.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout their career.
Yeah, it's like a soap opera where the music never stopped, and somehow it worked. But Live at the Witch Trials, despite that instability, it throws you headfirst into the deep end of their sound.
Oh, yeah.
Musically, it's raw, it's repetitive, it's loud, it's this assault on the senses. But lyrically, that's where things get really, really interesting, I think.
Absolutely. Marky Smith's lyrics, less sort of traditional songwriting, more like spoken word poetry.
Yeah.
Set against this relentless driving music.
Mm-hmm.
And they're shot through with this anti-establishment fury, especially aimed at the idea of a music scene.
Which he skewers brilliantly, by the way, in songs like
Oh, he hated it.
Music Scene, Industrial Estate. Yeah, he really had a way of capturing that drudgery, that feeling of being stuck in a rut, which a lot of people, I think, especially in working class England at the time, really, really connected with. But it's not all doom and gloom, right?
Yeah.
There's a dark humor to it.
Yeah.
There's this sardonic wit woven throughout that makes it all the more biting, I think.
Exactly. Like No Xmas for John Quays, which is the most bleak Christmas carol ever written.
You are not wrong.
It's very funny, though.
But that was The Fall, finding humor in the darkest corners. And then there's those tracks about drug use.
Yeah.
Like To Blow, Frightened, Underground Medicine, about as subtle as a punch in the gut.
Yeah, they didn't shy away from those topics. If anything, they kind of ran towards them.
Yep.
They embraced that. And I think that's another reason why this album still matters. It's unflinchingly honest. And that resonates even now, decades later.
No filters, no apologies.
Oh.
But there's one song I want to zero in on for a second. Rebellious Jukebox.
Okay.
What do you make of that one?
Rebellious Jukebox, I think, is fascinating because it almost feels like a blueprint for what a fall anthem would become. You know that line, same old song? That's Smith railing against conformity.
Right.
Against complacency. And that becomes central to their entire career.
Yeah, it's like their mission statement. We're here to shake things up, and we don't care if you like it or not.
Exactly. And shape things up they
They
did.
shake things up, they did.
They did.
Because, what, like 8 months later?
8 months later.
After Live at the Witch Trials.
Unbelievable.
They're back with Dragnet, their second album.
I know. It's incredible, isn't it?
8 months? Were they even sleeping?
The fall.
Yeah.
I doubt it. No sleep for the fall.
You're right, though. Dragnet wasn't just a rehash of Live at the Witch Trials.
No, not at all.
They really started to refine their sound a bit more, right?
They did, and this is partly because it marks the arrival of two musicians who would become really central to their sound.
Okay.
Mark Riley on guitar and Steve Hanley on bass.
This isn't just like,
Yeah, these aren't just a couple of guys showing up.
Yeah, exactly. These aren't just like the session players or whatever.
No. Riley, with his melodic sensibilities, and Hanley, this incredible driving bass player, they added this other dimension to the Fall's sound. This was a creative partnership that would, really, in many ways, define their their most celebrated era.
And yet Dragnet still has that rawness, that lo-fi grit.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, it pushes it even further.
It does. It really does.
I mean, legend has it that the recording studio hated the final mix so much they wanted their name taken off the album.
That sounds about right.
It does, doesn't it?
That's the fall. Yeah.
But that muddy sound, that almost claustrophobic sound,
Yeah.
it's intentional. It's just pulling you deeper into their world.
It is, and it's pretty unsettling at times.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's like you're wandering into some kind of film noir, all shadows and suspicion.
Totally. And lyrically, Dragnet digs even deeper into those themes we were talking about before.
It does.
That fascination with the music industry.
Yeah, it's even more prominent here. Yeah.
Especially in songs like Printhead, Your Heart Out.
Yes, Printhead, they're literally quoting from a scathing review they got.
Really?
Yeah, talk about wearing your heart on your sleeve.
Oh, that's amazing. It's like they're daring critics to take another swing.
Exactly. It's that attitude like, we're here, we're doing this, deal with it,
Yeah.
that made them so compelling.
But Dragnet also goes to some pretty dark places. I mean, even for the fall.
It does.
Before the moon falls, Spectre vs. Rector, Mozzarelli's daughter, those have a really sinister kind of quality to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially Mozzarelli's daughter. That one really gets under your skin. It's so bleak and relentless.
It's interesting you should say Spectre vs. Rector, though.
Yeah.
Musically, it's one of their most experimental tracks from this period. It's
I-
almost proto-post-rock.
Wow.
Yeah, this slow, churning kind of build-up of tension. It's like they just like stumbled on this new sound by accident, which, knowing the fall,
Which, yeah.
not a surprise.
Yeah, it's true. It's like they had this way of just stumbling into brilliance. Like they were always just a half step ahead of everybody else without even trying. So we've got these two albums, both just like bursting with raw energy, dark humor, and, this kind of off-kilter brilliance that was uniquely them. What did critics make of it all back then? Were they ready for the fall?
It's funny. Both albums actually got like generally favorable reviews,
Really?
which, knowing the fall, probably secretly annoyed them.
Right. Yeah.
But critics at the time, they praised the energy, that unbridled force, and the fact that they sounded like nobody else. Of course, some found them a bit too abrasive for their liking, especially live the witch trials.
Which, let's be honest, is part of the appeal, right? They weren't trying to be everybody's cup of tea.
Exactly. And over time, I think those rough edges, that uncompromising spirit, that's only made Live at the Witch Trials even more iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's seen as a true post-punk classic now, a real testament to their singular vision.
It really drives home the point that sometimes the most groundbreaking music, it comes from just going for it, not shying away from what makes you different, even if it makes a few people nervous along the way.
Yeah, 100%.
So we talked about how the fall went through lineup changes, like most people go through Sox. I mean, it became part of their mythos, this revolving door of musicians. But the question is, why do you think that became such a defining characteristic of their sound? And could they have achieved that same impact, that same longevity with a more stable lineup? What do you think?
It's a good question. I mean, maybe that constant evolution, that unpredictability, it was essential to who they were. Or maybe it was just Marky Smith being Marky Smith. Who knows? But it's interesting to think about, isn't it?
It really is. And I think that's the beauty of the fall. They keep you guessing, keep you thinking, and they keep you coming back for more. So there you have it, a deep dive into the raw, uncompromising world of the fall's early albums. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never ever settle for the same old song.